Every industry has its fair share of myths and outright lies, and the chiropractic profession is no different. In today's video, I'm going to share with you what some of those lies are and how to break those beliefs and get you on the road to success. Today we're going to tackle these three big lies, which is what we tell ourselves, that nobody can do it as good as I can, so I'm not going to try to delegate. Number two, I can't afford to hire, and there's nobody worth hiring out there anyway. And number three, I don't even have time to train, so why waste my time trying to find somebody to hire? This first lie, that nobody can do it as good as I can, I might be as guilty of this as anybody. When I first started out my practice, I was so busy treating patients and so busy training the different team members that I was scared to delegate that to anybody. I was scared to bring on an associate doctor because I was afraid that patients wouldn't even see them anyway. So they'd be sitting in the corner wasting time while I paid their payroll, and I was still going to be stuck seeing all the patients anyway. But as I grew in scale, I got to the point where I literally couldn't take it on anymore. I became so stressed that my health started being affected. My home life was not a pleasant place because I was so exhausted by the time I came home that my kids wanted to play with me and I just wanted to sit down. My wife wanted me to help out with some projects in the house, and I'm like, I need a break, I need a weekend, I need a getaway. And in reality, what I needed was a different mindset in the practice, that I needed to learn how to delegate. I needed to learn how to empower others, that I wasn't the Superman in the practice that everybody had to rely on. In fact, I was a little addicted to that significance it was giving me, both from patients and team members. I needed to realize that there was way more significance coming by helping others be successful. When I shifted that mindset and I started pouring my energy into my team all of a sudden became capable. They started actually excelling at the roles and duties that I gave them. I started having associate doctors where patients started telling me, wow, he's as good as you, doc. Not to offend you, but man, he's doing amazing. And that just made my heart sing that I wasn't the one anymore having to do all the work. That delegation really is the secret to success, and we were able to scale that practice way bigger than I would have ever been able to doing everything myself. If you're ready to let go of these damaging lies, then I need you to type in the comments below, driven. I want to be a driven doc. Because then our community members can jump in and support you, help you break free from these lies. Come join this community where we are here to support you in your dreams of building a true data-driven practice. All right, let's move on to lie number two that we tell ourselves, which is we can't afford to hire A players. And after working with Dr. Bill for years, I realized that his front desk was limiting the growth of their practice and continued to encourage them to look at replacing that team member. But again, the pain of finding a new team member was just too daunting, until inevitably one day that team member actually removed themselves and moved away from their community, which left an opportunity now to replace that team member with a qualified A player. They went through the office manager certification hiring process in our courses. And as they went through the hiring process, they had the conversation with this team member that they wanted more money than this position typically paid. But they saw the value in this team member, and they worked out an employee offer that built a roadmap that as this front desk team member helped the practice grow, that their payroll would grow into the range that they were asking for. And because this team member saw the vision of this practice, aligned with its core values, loved the data-driven culture, this team member decided to come aboard. And in 90 short days, this practice grew by 20%. 20%, where they had not grown by 20% for years. This is what an A player will do for you. Imagine that 20% increase in revenues, what that would do to provide both the payroll for this team member, but also profitability in the practice. Now guys, if you love insurance companies dictating your value and controlling your paycheck, then don't follow this channel. But if you're against that, then I want you to like and subscribe and follow us for more. The third lie that we tell ourselves is we don't have time to train, and I understand that, being the operator of a busy practice. But again, working with another one of our doctors, as we looked at their patient's schedule and the amount of hours that they were open, it was ridiculous how many hours they had available for the few patients they were seeing. We had to consolidate hours. But this lie that we keep telling ourselves that if we're not open, the patients won't come, which is a flat out lie. Patients will come. You need to consolidate your hours for the volume of patients that you're seeing to protect what we call admin time. Admin time is when there's downtime in the practice, when it's quiet. We can focus on strategy, where we can sit knee to knee with our team members and raise their skill level and close the skill gap so that they can begin bringing in more patients, which will then demand opening for more hours. It will justify extending your hours. We just don't want to open those until there's a demand for them. You've got to protect that time so that you have time to build your team. And by breaking these 3 lies, you will be blown away at your capability to scale a data-driven practice and build the practice of your dreams. A true business that will operate with or without you. A true business that will have value when you are ready for your inevitable exit. This is an amazing opportunity to take the stand as a driven doc. And if you're a driven doc, you need to come join our Turn Your Data into Dollars challenge. It's a 10-day challenge where you're gonna jump on live Zoom calls with me, where I'm gonna train you on exactly what data you should be tracking, how to use data organically to test your messaging, how to attract your ideal new patients, and turn that data into dollars. Come join us. Click the link below. It's free and it will change your life.